Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning. It depends on what part of the country you're tuning in. My name is Valerio Rocca. I'm the Vice President of the National Soccer Coaches Association of Canada. And we're just going to wait for 1 or 2 more minutes just to allow everybody to log in, and then we'll start our webinar today, which is titled NSCAC Presents Behind the Bench. And our discussion will be the college recruitment for Canadian players, either in a U.S. or Canadian institution. Okay, guys, we're going to get ready. So, like I said, welcome to the NSCAC Behind the Bench webinar. This is our bi-weekly webinar that we run every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Today's topic is on the college recruitment for Canadian players, and we are fortunate to have with us Micheal Rocca, who is the managing partner at Rated Sports, and Scott Surprise, who's the assistant men's soccer coach for the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Mike, how are you today?
Very good, Valerio. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Why don't you give us a little bit of a bio on yourself and before we get started?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Mike Rocca. Basically, my background is for Rated Sports. Some of you who may know who we are, we're an event holder in North America for major tournaments like the Phoenix Cup, Desert Super Cup. I'm involved with the Umbro Showcase here in Canada over the May long weekend. Those are some of the few events, NYC Cup in New York. So those are some of the events that I'm involved with. And we've been doing this for 15 years, love what we do, creating a pathway, a platform for Canadian athletes and American athletes to be recruited by college coaches. And, you have to love what you do. So I think for myself right now, really excited to be on this discussion panel and give some insight of what's going on.
Sounds good. Scott, good to see you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's good to see you. It's been a long time. We're getting back up. I'm Scott Surprise. I've been at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater for 7 years. I've been in the college game in some sort of fashion for about 30 years. I was coaching for the Croatian Eagles Soccer Club in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for about 25 years. High-level amateur club with adult teams, and we won the national championship in 2012 with the adults and a national runner-up in 2012 with the under-23 team. And currently at Burlington Soccer Club, closer to where I moved out of town a little bit.
Perfect. Okay, so I think we're going to start with what everybody's, what's going on in the world with COVID-19 is what we think the landscape at this moment right now is going to look for in terms of college recruiting, both, here in Canada and both and in the States. Right now we have college, university sports in Canada canceled, have canceled all their sports until December 31st, 2020. So I guess there's a lot of Canadian soccer players. I want to know what their avenues are at this present time. Mike, how do you think the landscape in terms of an event planner and how do you think the landscape is going to look for a Canadian player trying to get into a collegiate institution?
I think the landscape right now, we're in interesting times with COVID-19, and as we begin here, at least here on the Canadian side, at the provincial bodies right now are starting to, as we all know, discuss the way leagues are going to be rolling out. There pretty much aren't going to be any leagues for the summer, and I think that's sort of positioning things for the fall. And really, our indoor facility is going to be open to allow for league play in the fall. That's something still in question. I know it's been a hot topic, but I can say, like, right now, in terms of where things are headed from an event point, for us, we've basically cleared everything off our calendar from March right into August. We have two events going on, one middle of August in California, and then another one in California on the Labor Day weekend. And I can tell you right now, the phases of that right now is still stuck in phase 2. I do not know, and it's pretty much 50-50 if the events are going to go off even in August going into September. The US, on the American side, it's more of an accelerated program trying to get live with the economy than on the Canadian side. And with numbers spiking in certain states, it's going to be interesting to see if where the economy stalls, what's going to be allowed, what isn't. I know right now, I believe here in Ontario, 1v1 sessions is allowed, correct?
Yes.
Currently. So 1v1 sessions is allowed currently. And the landscape right now, everybody's sort of playing a waiting game every 2 to 3 weeks on what's opening up, what isn't. And I think for the student athlete, it's really, prepare yourself. Like, use this time right now. It's downtime. Use this time not to play video games or, use your time ineffectively. Use your time. If you're serious about going into college, use this time. Keep in mind, college coaches are also sitting with some downtime. If you're serious about going into the US or Canadian college pathway, use this time to reach out, personal emails, calls, whatever it might be, to get the attention of colleges. I think it's important that, the topic that I'm going to really hit on today is just, the tools that can be used during this time. And I think it's important to utilize your time wisely, because you're never going to get this chance again to have colleges, coaches sort of, at 50% capacity workload, to when they actually have time now to maybe look at your video, to maybe read your profile, to look at some of the analysis you have done over the last 3 months, to, they want to know how serious you are. So I think as we progress through this conversation today, we'll start hitting on some of those tools. But I think for soccer in general, it's going to be a bit of a slow pickup. And for events, I honestly think for events, we probably won't see a full pickup again as long as there's no second wave, probably not until the September, October timeframe.
Thank you for watching this short preview video from the National Soccer Coaches Association of Canada. To see the full video, plus have access to hundreds of other coaching videos, blogs, webinars, and podcasts, plus free and discounted coach education courses and other soccer merchandise, plus to have exclusive access to register for all future NSCAC conventions, both live and online, click on the link below to become a member of the NSCAC today. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as your continued support allows us to continue to provide coach education and coach development resources to soccer coaches across Canada and worldwide. Thank you again for your continued support, and we look forward to seeing you at future NSCAC events.